Alright, what's up guys? What's going on? So we are in December 2020, fall here in Florida. We just had our third frost last week. It was like 34 degrees. Definitely had to protect some stuff in the nursery. What's really cool is here, I'm out here on the Syntropic system today, and the Mombasa is actually fairly frost tolerant. None of it has any kind of frost damage. A couple of the leaves out here in the system have a couple spots on them, but for the most part, it looks really good. So got my pups out here this morning helping a little bit, but most importantly, got my good friend and mentor, Jim Kovaleski here, helping us give a final cut for the year here on this grass. Came to see the system now that he's back in town. I do have a video with Jim coming out pretty soon, and there's Kiki barking. Uh-oh, he's going over to check on that duck. So Mr. Jim took the van here this morning and he's over here working. Let's go check him out. Whoa, how's it going this morning? All right.
Ah, great. I'm loving mowing again. It's been, well, only 3 months. I was mowing in Maine about this kind of weather. Nice grass.
You're almost getting that whole thing in one pass. That's impressive.
Well, I always, you know, what is it? 15 feet between them, center? Yeah, so, yeah, I can mow 10 feet if I'm stretching it, which is great. So, you know, if I laid something out like this for me, I did it actually in Lamb Cove. I laid it out so one was going one way, one was going the other way, so it's 20 feet between beds. But then I started creeping the beds out, and then the grass finished, you know. So yeah, feels good to be mowing, and yeah, we'll knock this out pretty quick.
Been a while since you cut some Florida grass, huh?
Long time. I think the last time I was here, maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
We were brushing something back there.
We had like a little class over here, didn't we?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Forgot about that one too.
Odie, oh yeah, that's right. Nirma, Mita, and her husband came out from.
The guy from Orlando. There was probably 5-7 people. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right. Well, enjoying this cool morning, huh?
Ooh, yeah. Well, I'm already warmed up.
Hey, we don't need to be out here barking. Come on, pups. What are you doing, Bakes? Whoa, so what a game changer having some help out here. We're about an hour and a half into this, and you know, going from a job that would have taken me 2 hours, 4 to 5, you know, different times of coming out here, we did here in almost 2 hours one time. So game changer having Jim here. Actually got all the interlobium, all the leucaena, all the moringa cut back, so I even hit the nitrogen fixing trees and some of those biomass trees. Got a little bit of cleanup out here to do, but whoa, big time game changer having somebody that knows what they're doing. So you see a big piece of that leucaena I need to cut up. Whoa, getting farm strong out here, Jim?
You know it, I needed a good workout.
This is the morning workout, huh?
Yeah, next time I'll be mowing probably be May in Maine.
Woo. So what do you think about this Mombasa grass?
I would have loved to have been here when it was totally thick, but yeah, it was fun. It mowed really well. I think it's got a lot of potential. You know, if you did it again, I'd give more grass space, and that'll, yeah, I think you'd get more biomass that way, and give the trees a little. But I guess you're going to keep them short. I was imagining a big overstory, but you're not going to let them get that big, right?
Not too huge, you know, maybe 15-foot max with the persimmons and the avocados and the mulberries. So
yeah, and you know, the option, and if they do it, I don't know if that does not grow back this time of year. I'm wondering if you might want to put some kind of winter rye in or something like that, just to, because if it's all bare ground, but who knows, it might grow back. But it comes from Africa,
I think the
doesn't
Mombasa
it?
will come back, yeah.
It'll be
It can take some frost.
Yeah, it definitely took the frost. It definitely took the frost. So yeah, there's a lot of potential in this. This is kind of what I laid out up in Maine the first time at Lamb Cove Farm. You know, I pretty much put, you know, enough so I could do 2 strokes, and then I had apple trees and pear trees out in that field on the hillside, and then did a swale on contour. But
so no pinging. How many times are you sharpening per pass?
I don't know. It cut a little bit tougher. I think it dulled the blade faster. So I don't know. Probably every, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Depends. You know, I'm using that coarse stone now. I definitely went to that. I like that a lot better. It just means you have to peen a lot more, but I don't mind peening. So, and I should look at your stuff before I leave to make sure, because I mean, a lot of things can just be out of whack to make it really hard. Because like when I first started, you know, I hadn't tightened the blade, and when I went in and cut this really long stuff right here, it opened that blade up. You know, this whole thing shifted like almost, this tip probably moved about 5 inches because it wasn't tight here. And very possible that happened to you right away and you've been mowing all along. And then you're chopping instead of slicing.
Yeah, don't even notice. Making me work extra hard.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like your blade is turned down a little more than mine.
Well, this is, well, see, did you get the Mr. Scott's, the second one?
I have one of those, yeah.
Yeah, so that, you really want to bring this ring up way to the top on that, because how the hafting angle is on that, you need to have it high. Normally, it would be about an inch lower here on like your ditch blade. That gives you the right thing, but if that opens up, man, it's like a whole difference, like using an axe instead of a razor blade.
Oh. Well, Jim, you saved my butt this morning.
Hey, no problem.
Hey.
I got up here and seen the place, the chickens.
It's been 2 years, hasn't it?
You know, I might have been here last year for just a quick trip, maybe.
Briefly.
Get some at the nursery or something. But yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, I mean, the puppy was here. How old is she?
Ginger?
Yeah.
Oh, she's 2.5 now.
Yeah, so she was probably 6 months. So it's probably 2 years, yeah.
Wow. All right, grass-fed fruit trees.
You know it.
Hey, hey, hey.
Pound dirt.
Pound dirt.
All right, guys, so huge help having Jim here to help me cut all this grass this morning. I still need to get back out there and organize that material, pushing it back into the rows. I'm really impressed with the way that Mombasa grass has actually handled our first couple of frosts. There was no sign of any type of browning, frost damage on that, compared to even some of my Bahia grass out here in the field has really slowed down in a couple of spots. Wherever that frost settled, there was really nice brown spots. I mean, it's kind of slowed the grass down, to say the least. I just tried to pick up some ryegrass last week to put as a cover crop down out here. Couldn't even find any. It wasn't available this year, so we probably won't be ryeing unless I get lucky and come across some. But everything's been cut. Talking to Jim about this a little bit more, I'm definitely going to do some tilling. And I hate tilling, but as a one-time type of coming through, just prepping the ground, putting the seed down, and it'll never be done again. So ideally, with most of our systems around here, we're not tilling, we're just layering, we're adding, but that's more in the food forest beds. We're out here, we're actually trying to establish some of that grass, that one-time till to really slow down that Bahia grass and giving that Mombasa chance just a chance to even establish. It's key. It's really clutch in getting this system going, I think. And you can see down here, we've got really heavy biomass material. I'm going to be moving up in some of those rows, but I noticed some papayas out here. I cut back, like I said, all the nitrogen fixing trees. I hit the moringas, but for a 6-month-old papaya, we've already got fruits on the trees. And you could see on some of the cassava where we had a little bit of frost damage. But look at this, papayas. We've been harvesting pineapple out of here. Here's a little bit of that frost damage on the cassava, and that's gonna need to come up here really soon. Probably, I'd hope within the next week or two, we can harvest it. We can take those cuttings, put them in the barn, replant again in spring right after our last frost. So here's the moringa that was cut back. I did tip a couple of the mulberries, and you'll see some brown spots on some of the leaves for the bananas. Mulberries get really rough this time of year. They've got lots of holes in the leaves. They'll be dropping their leaves. They go deciduous in the wintertime. But if we were really, really cold, the chaya would have got hit. You see the banana kind of has a little bit of a brown tint. Nothing crazy. This is the flamengia. Really excited about this one. Nitrogen fixer, kind of being used like a pigeon pea. Chop and drop biomass. You can see a little bit of frost damage right here. So as the frost settles, kind of hits the tips of the cassava. So slowed the system down a little bit, but for the most part, I'd say this thing is pumping. So grass-fed fruit trees, pretty impressed with the system. I cannot wait to show you guys like the 1-year update coming up in this spring. So stay tuned. I'll be sure to get Jim back out here. When I do the reseeding and the tilling in the areas that need it, I'll definitely make a video for that too. So here's Miss Ginger. What up, Gin Gin? Oh, whoa. She doesn't even stop to say hello. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Really excited to get Jim over here. I do have a follow-up coming with him, going back again this week. He said it looks night and day since I was there the last time. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so. Most importantly, you know what we do around here? We pound dirt.